Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? What a build-up here for this college football playoff quarterfinal game. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Utah Utes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt. We are excited for this quarterfinal game, and Holly Rowe joins us on the sidelines for some of the key storylines.
Hey guys, I caught up with the Utes head coach before the game. Guys, coach told his team the time for individual awards is over. They all celebrated. They're so excited that their QB won the Heisman Trophy. But the last couple of days in practice, players told me coach has turned it up a notch. That first round bye, they have had a long layoff. So their physicality, their intensity, and their momentum has shifted. We'll see if it carries over here to start the first quarter of this playoff game. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. Looking to pass, it's Hoover. Oh, the pocket collapsing. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, we knew this was going to be a key for this defense. They had to impact the quarterback, make him feel you in that pass rush, and they're able to get to him and hit him as he throws. That play right there, that'll pay dividends the rest of the game.
Fires it to the wideout. He's got it with room to run. He has first down yardage at the 46. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Marsh. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42. The Hoosiers will have first and 10 here. Looking to throw yet again. Caught over the middle. It's Becker. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Every quarterback Kurt Cignetti has had has come in and leveled up. We saw it with Curtis Rourke. We saw it with Fernando Mendoza, and we've seen it with Josh Hoover. I can't wait to watch him play. I thought this was a marriage that certainly on paper was going to work out, and it absolutely has, Chris. His game has gone to the next level. Just not quite on the same page. There are some days you get to the park and it's just not working, and this is just an incompletion that I can't explain.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
What a play by this defensive back in man-to-man coverage. They're trying to get the ball outside and just allow the wide receiver to work one-on-one, but the DB makes the play. That is a terrific tackle in space.
Lets it fly to the wideout. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. He knocks it through with confidence. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
What a weapon he is to roll out there and hit this massive bomb. I tell you, as a quarterback, that is just such a relief knowing that you don't have to get that ball inside of the 30-yard line for field goal range. All you've got to do is get it close to the 40, and you can trot your guy out there for a kick.
So the Utah offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And the main plot line, can they get this running game going? So effective all season. They always say the key is we got to run the ball. The opponents always tell us, well, we got to stop the run. Who can win that test of wills?
Chris, so far no one's been able to slow down this run game, and I think they're going to have to commit a lot of...
Oh, he's lost the ball. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there.
They are so...
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. The offense faces a second and long after the loss for the first down completion. To throw, it's Dampier. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Look out, he's got space ahead. He goes out of bounds, but a big chunk play moves the ball near the 50. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
That's a great run and a big pickup in the RPO, the run-pass option. This defense is going to have to shift their focus. They're clearly too concerned with the passing game. You've got to stop the run first if you're going to have a chance in this game.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, these run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you, they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage second and third down opportunities.
Empty set now, 5 wide. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, in our meetings, this defense told us they're going to be ready for these plays. They understand the looks and the motion, and they know that this offense loves to use these, in particular early in a game. And here they are trying to go to that well, and sure enough, defense is ready for it.
That's enough to move the sticks. First down now from the 23. He shows his running ability to get that first down, Joel. You think about the Big 12 legacy of dual-threat quarterbacks. This guy belongs in that group.
He sure does. I think the guy that sticks out to me when I think of Big 12 quarterbacks that have elite ability on the outside is Kyler Murray. He was so fast, quick as a hiccup on the outside, but certainly this guy has the ability to impact the game and threaten the defense just like that.
The Utes are in the red zone. An inside give now from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Boy, really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier. And a great tackle in the backfield.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. He stopped short of that first down marker. It's going to bring up 4th and 3. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And the game is now tied.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Important second down play coming up. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Grant down the middle, it's Marsh. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game. A positive start for the offense, trying to lean on this elite quarterback, and Joe showing why he's built such trust with his new team this season.
Chris, that's exactly what his teammates talked about, was that trust that he established. He came in and just worked hard, was one of the guys, and that's what allowed him to become one of the leaders of this group. And now, as an experienced player, that's who they're leaning on.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Looking for the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now. Trying to find room. It's Parker. Nowhere to run up the middle.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that.
He's free down the right sideline. Goes out of bounds and gets inside the 35, though.
Well, you get into these big games in the playoff, every first down feels big, and here the opportunity to scramble and move the chains. This is just a terrific job by the quarterback. I've always said, Chris, and it's even more important here in this situation, you've got to be able to scramble for 2, 3, 4 first downs a game, move the chains with your legs as a quarterback, and here he's able to do that.
And the Utes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Stop right there at the line, no gain.
Chris, it seems like the quarterback made up his mind before the snap. This has got to be a post-snap read. To me, this is a pass read all day long. He gives it to the back, and they don't gain any yards.
He stopped right at the line. That's sure tackling. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And the defense smothers him for no gain. So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. QB keeper all the way. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
They've been able to establish the passing game, but I still think it's important that they run the football and stay balanced. They're going to need to do that the rest of this game.
Catch hauled in here over the middle. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Big completion like that early in the game is huge for the quarterback's confidence. Now you feel like you can do that over and over and over again. This play caller needs to start putting the ball in his hands now. You build the momentum through a completion like that. You got to utilize it. Go back to that well.
Offense will take the penalty, move them a little farther away from their own goal line. So the encouragement penalty now makes it 1st down and 5. It's a draw play. Gets the first and still running. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
This is one of those plays that doesn't look like it should be tough to defend, but it always ends up being tough to defend. The linebackers have to get back into their pass sets. If it's sold correctly on the offensive side, it puts a lot of pressure on that second level, and here they're just not able to react and get back into those run fits.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. To the air, it's Hoover. Fires it to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Really good timing from this secondary. The contact arrives right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. He hands it to the back. Defense will make the stop. It will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. And it's Utah in the lead here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the second quarter. So we'll start the second quarter here with a field goal attempt as they line up. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. He got it. The field goal's good. And that will tie the game here. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
What a weapon he is to roll out there and hit this massive bomb. I tell you, as a quarterback, that is just such a relief knowing that you don't have to get that ball inside the 30-yard line for field goal range. All you've got to do is get it close to the 40, and you can trot your guy out there for a kick.
Offense operating from the pistol. Caught over the middle by the tight end. And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series. Body blows, body blows, body blows. You run the football like this, you gain 5, you gain 6, time and time again. That play action pass is going to be at your disposal. You can get to the RPO. Everything on offense becomes easier. This line is doing a great job. This back is running hard.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch made on the out route. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, it's another first down on this series, and they're doing a great job. This quarterback continues to see the defense really well and get the ball out on time. Now once you're in the scoring area, you just can't take a sack and don't force the ball down the field.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's got a crease. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line. And the Utes getting set on 1st and 10. Now the pass rush gets home.
There's an old adage when it comes to play callers that you don't get bored with success. And right here, I just don't understand why they're throwing drop-back pass. They just had the explosive run on the last snap. Go right back to it. This defense clearly struggling stopping the run. You don't need to help them by throwing drop-back pass and letting them get after the quarterback.
And he'll be brought down. The Utes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They convert on 3rd down now. Sets up 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, Chris, that looked really close, and I love the second effort from this running back, fighting for extra yards and ultimately moving the chains. Didn't look like a lot was there in the run game, and yet he was able to fall forward and get the line to gain for a first down.
The Utes looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Tackle made inside the 10. They'll spot the ball at the 7.
This offense is able to gain yards, run the football near the goal line. That is tough to do, and it sets you up for a little play action here. This defense has got to account for this run game because they're gaining positive yardage. Do you go play action? Maybe even get the quarterback on the outside.
Tackle made short of the goal line, but they'll spot it at the 2.
Really solid stuff from this offense here. Quarterback is making good reads. He sees in the RPO, the run-pass option, that the handoff is there. The defense is back. He gives it to his back, and he picks up a nice gain.
Touchdown, Utes. He runs it into the end zone. This quarterback told us whatever it takes today. The season on the line, Joel. And it seems like the bigger the game, the more they feature the QB run.
And Chris, it's such a great strategy because obviously you don't want to expose your quarterback to too many hits during the course of the year. But when the stage and the moment is this large, this is when it's all hands on deck, and you know you're going to get a heavy dose of quarterback run, which they're featuring right here.
And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. Using his legs. It's a fumble. The defense scoops it up. Touchdown, Utah. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. He hands it off from the gun. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
I love seeing that type of response out of these players. And here the running back, after the fumble on the last drive, he's able to get the football and move the first down. That's a nice gain and a really good run. And credit the offensive coordinator, still having the faith in his back, giving him an opportunity after the mistake on the last drive.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The pre-snap motion from the offense. To throw, it's Hoover. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They bring him down after a short gain there. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And the Hoosiers pick up enough yardage for a first down. Now here comes the bunch formation. And in first down, they go right back to him. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Great job up front by this defensive line, these linebackers. You can see that this quarterback was a bit confused. He hands the football off on the RPO, but there's nowhere to go. No gain. Great job by this defense.
Pass rush closing in. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
A sack like that on second down is a drive killer. Now third and forever, and now this pass rush, you know, is going to have their ears pinned back. You are in a one-way go. This is a perfect opportunity to try to throw a screen, maybe a draw, trying to force this ball down the field. This is when turnovers happen.
The Hoosiers will line up to boot it away, and he should be able to pin them back deep here with his first punt. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. Ball lands at the 5. It doesn't check up. Bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Holly Rowe has a report now from the sidelines. Holly?
Here on the Ute sideline, guys, I can tell you something we have got to keep our eye on. This quarterback was really banged up and bruised up after last week's win. He told me when I caught up with him this week, he has definitely been feeling sore this week. He did not miss any practice, but I will keep you posted as this game goes along. He's going to have to fight through some things here today, and I'll let you know how it's looking down here on the field. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. His status obviously going to be crucial for this game, and we know we keep an eye on it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout of what's been a lopsided game so far. Let's see if the offense can stretch the lead more before halftime. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss, second down and 11. That's a design quarterback keeper. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now the Hoosiers will spend their first timeout. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Grabbed by the receiver. He's in the clear. And the junior with some excellent work after making the catch.
Boy, anytime you can convert a 3rd and long, that is a huge plus. And that's a great play call from this offensive coordinator. And then really good execution from the quarterback. You've got to stand in there, find a good option, the right matchup that you want, and then deliver an accurate pass. And he's able to do that for a nice conversion. First down for this offense.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. A gain sets up a 3rd down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Parker. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. And the Utes will line up on 1st and 10. A quick throw out left, complete. They'll drop him right there for no gain. That's great defense. We have a timeout call by the Utes. That's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. So it's 2nd down and 9. The completion not producing much there on first down. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. And the Utes looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact. Yeah, I love the timing here of this out route. Chris, this ball's got to be thrown before the wide receiver breaks. The quarterback understands that, and that's what he sees. It's also imperative that he knows that he's got...
The pass is intercepted. He could go. And he's wrapped up after a solid return. About 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. He'll take a deep shot here. aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
It really comes down to rhythm, Chris, and right now it just doesn't feel like the quarterback is in rhythm. Listen, it's there. They could complete this ball, but again, just not on the same page.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Handoff from the shotgun. Look out, he's breaking free. Brought down after a solid run by the senior. Now a timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. They still have one more in their pocket for the rest of the half. They'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
You know, this is such good defense. Even if he catches this, I don't think he's getting much. It's thrown fairly short. Defense is there. Incomplete. Seems kind of nondescript.
Lets it go quickly. Makes the catch downfield. They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half.
Thanks, Chris. Exciting, action-packed, enormous drama. Talk about a first half of football. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. And the Hoosiers will kick this away to begin the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. We're set to get the third quarter going, but let's find out what Holly Rowe has learned on the sidelines. Holly?
Checking in with the Utah head coach at the half, he delivered a passionate, urgent message to his team at the half. Yes, they have started strong. Tons of momentum coming off that bye week, but it's not enough. They have got to sustain that here to start the third quarter and finish strong. He told them, finish the way we started. We need to land a knockout punch. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Holly.
Well, tomorrow when this quarterback coach grades this film, he's going to put a plus next to this play for the quarterback. Not only does he make the right read, but he picks up a nice bit of yardage, and he avoids the hit and steps out of bounds. That's what I'm talking about.
First set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. A solid gain of 7 on the completion. Sets up now 2nd and 3. Ball handed off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
They move the ball to the 48 and earn a fresh set of downs. Right out of the gate here in the third quarter, they go back to the quarterback run. It's been a tough weapon for this defense to stop. What should they do to try to fix that here in the second half?
Well, unfortunately, Chris, it boils down to numbers, and they're just going to have to commit more resources to stopping the run. Those safeties are going to have to creep down towards the line of scrimmage, and you know what happens when those safeties get near the line of scrimmage. That's when the play-action pass goes over the top.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there. After the run, There was a man down, injured on the field. Big moment here in this playoff game. 3rd and short on the 7th play of the drive. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught in the flat by the running back. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. The Utes with 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle. What a great call from the coordinator. He blitzes that near side, short side corner, and he's in the backfield for a tackle for loss on 1st down. That's exactly how to set yourself up for success on 2nd and 3rd down. Great call from that coordinator.
Dumps a short throw down to the running back. Brought down short of that 1st down. It's going to set up a 4th and 4. So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team, trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. Looking for a gap. It's Beebe. He shreds the tackle. Break it. They can't get him to the ground. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They lean on the running back to get the 1st down. He's had a solid game, Joe. To me, even though they're behind on the scoreboard, no reason to panic and get away from the bread and butter.
Chris, I think that's exactly right. You never get bored taking a profit as a play caller. So if they're going to give you that run game, you take it, and then allow it to build to something more successful later. Watch for them to get to some run action pass and maybe play action pass to get it down the field here in the next couple of series. This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on 1st down. This offense continues to just gain yards on 1st down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front.
They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Can they pick up the 1st on the ground? He's got space. Big-time conversion to keep the drive going. 1st down now from the 30. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Caught by the receiver. They bring him down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. It'll be 1st down. And the Hoosiers are going to cash in here in the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Becker. Stop for no gain. Excellent tackle. After the completion, we'll stop to check out an injured player on the field. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
This group is just not on the same page right now. The timing, something about this offense seems off, and clearly the quarterback is feeling that.
Looking to throw it again. Makes the grab on the move. Not quite enough for the 1st down. Going to be 4th down and just inches.
Yeah, Chris, that looks just shy of the marker, the line to gain. If I'm the offense, I'm going to get up there and just quarterback sneak this right away. Don't allow the defense to even get a call in. Move fast, go quickly, use tempo, and sneak this across.
1st down and goal now. Can they punch it in? On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana.
Right back in this football game. That's a big score here in the 3rd quarter to try to cut into that deficit. And this is a very different feel now with the defense coming on the field. You get a stop, get the ball back for an offense that's created some momentum.
And the extra point was up and good. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Time to check in now with Holly Rowe on the sidelines.
Down here on the Utah sideline, one thing I'm really keeping my eyes on here today, guys, this quarterback is banged up.
He'll take a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. He's got room to run. Look out. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
A big tight end who can run after the catch, Chris, that is every quarterback's dream. All you got to do is hit him in stride, and he does the rest. This guy is sensational.
He keeps it on a design run. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
This defense has to adjust. You can't just allow them to run for first downs. You've probably got to commit more resources to stopping the run. Look for more middle closed defense. That means a single safety in the middle of the field. You put an extra hat in the run box in order to stop the run.
The Utes come to the line to run the hurry up.
The defense has got to start committing more guys to stopping the run because on these quarterback runs, think about it, Chris, you're adding a hat as the offense, and that's why it's such an advantage. He's obviously got the athleticism to do so, and here he picks up a huge gain. Nice explosive run from the quarterback.
No room to run. They bring him down for no gain.
This is such a good job by this defense. Chris, how many times do you hear me talk about staying in your rush lanes and really keeping that quarterback in the...
It's caught. He's breaking free. Breaks into the clear. Inside the 10. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Utes. Might have to try the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
Utah 30, Indiana 13.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Handoff here from the shotgun. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
You know, Chris, one of the things we don't talk about enough in quarterback play is the decision-making in the run game. And here in the RPO, he makes a great read. He's not throwing the football. It doesn't go on his stat sheet, but he hands the football off on a beautiful read, and it's a nice productive game for this offense.
The offense really clicking against this battle defense. He'll hand it off. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Hoover. He'll try a pass here. Caught over the middle. It's Becker. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground here. And they make the stop in what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And it's Utah in the lead here. And with 3 quarters in the books with a chance to stay alive in the playoff at stake, let's take a quick look at the stats so far. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back. The receiver makes the catch. Going toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers. This offense cannot be stopped.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Automatic on the PAT. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Utes offense takes the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments.
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is great recognition by this defense. They see the wide receiver screen. They're able to pursue out and get the tackle for loss. They have been running side to side as well as anybody today. I think that the offense needs to get downhill in the run game and run right at them.
They'll run it from the gun. Got an opening here. He's in the clear. Past the 40, the 30, past the 20, past the 10. Touchdown, Utah. This offense is still clicking. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the fourth. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Well, they thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they'll bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Hoosiers offense is back out there on the field. To the air, it's Hoover. He lets it go on the move. Oh, almost intercepted again. And a chance for his second pick. Couldn't quite hold on. It's going to be second down. Play fake, looking to throw. Wide open downfield. Breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. At the 10. Touchdown, Indiana. This quarterback on fire today. This has become a really entertaining playoff game. Both offenses back and forth answering each other. Now, Joe, which side can execute better here in the second half and come out with a W?
Well, Chris, you call the biggest tennis tournaments in the world. This is one of those great volleys. Back and forth we go. These offenses trading big old forehands from the baseline. And I got to tell you, it just feels like this is going to be an instant classic.
They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Utah offense takes the field. It's a shotgun run call. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks. Here's a 1st and 10 play. They'll feed the back again. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on 1st down is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on 1st.
They make the tackle, but this running back continues to churn out the yards. What a performance in this playoff game. Pounding away with the run game. They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game. And now the Hoosiers will spend their first timeout. They still have 2 more to work with here in the final quarter. A game makes it 2nd and medium. The shotgun handoff here. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 more timeout to use now. 3rd down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Timeout taken by the Hoosiers. That's their 3rd and final. They have to navigate the rest of the way without being able to use a timeout. And the Utes lining up here on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Well, that's exactly what you want to see as an offensive play caller is your guys up front winning the line of scrimmage here late in this game, 4th quarter, and able to run the football on 1st down. That's just beautiful stuff up front.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now on this drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there it is, the 1st down to essentially ice this playoff game, and they'll move on to the semifinals. And the Utes trying to cash in here in the red zone. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He's got a crease. tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. The game is in hand here, but the offense looking to inflict more punishment here in the final seconds. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Utes. Still no answer for this offense. Another score as this offense continues to execute at a really high level. Look, they were expected to win this game, but coming off the layoff, Joel, we wondered, were they capable of this kind of execution? They've answered that question.
They've answered it emphatically. And, Chris, this is always the talking point. It's about the rust of the layoff. This is the conversation now surrounding this new playoff format, the expanded playoff format. How well will the higher seeds handle the break? This group has handled it incredibly well. The execution have been off the charts, and here a nice, comfortable lead after that touchdown. This group has handled it so well.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. He's running out of time here. Just trying to get rid of it. At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Looking to throw here. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. And he's into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. This might be coming back. So the offense obviously declines that penalty in the defense, and the touchdown will stand. Now the all-important extra point. And there's the point after. I believe they can line up here and go for the onside kick. The hand seam able to corral that one, and that should just about do it. The offense can kneel down and wrap up the victory. The offensive coordinator begins this drive with excellent field position. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Defense is coming after him. Oh, he can't connect with the wideout that time. Incomplete. The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 38. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. On the move now. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Goes out of bounds, but they're inside the 15 now. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And the pass is knocked away in the end zone. A touchdown saving play. Very satisfying victory as this team handled their business. Expected to win. Had to manage that layoff. Came out, Joel, didn't look rusty, looked ready for the moment, and they move on.
Chris, I couldn't agree more, and that was what I was most impressed with. We've seen in the history of this playoff, these teams with the long break, they will come out, and they will show some rust, and they won't execute their game plan, but this group did it beautifully here today, and it's certainly a group that is focused on the objective, which is going on to win a national championship.